Okay, so welcome to, I should have put our recognition on the recording. I don't know why I didn't, but welcome to our team call for the Wildflower Tribe for, geez, I don't even know, November 15th. I cannot believe we're in the middle of November still. I know I say that every single time. But I just wanted to talk with you guys tonight about something that I've been thinking a lot about. And I want to start by saying this topic to me is, it's one that I feel a connection to, because in the back of my mind, and I'm going to be like super raw and real with you guys, I want to help you achieve your goals more than anything. And I am one of those people that I get a little insecure about having the hard conversations. I don't want anyone to ever think that I'm mean or pushy or bossy towards anything. I want you guys to be excited about this opportunity. I want you to be excited about the potential that you have with coaching. And I want you to feel good about the relationship that we have and the business opportunity that we have together, the mentorship that we have together, and your opportunity for growth. So that being said, I struggle with sometimes having the hard conversations, but in the same breath, I know in the back of my heart and in my mind sometimes that I don't know if I'm doing all that I can to push you to the place where you need to be successful with your businesses. So it's been something that's just sort of been weighing heavily on me, and I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I think it's important to me with you, if it's our relationship that we're working towards, or you with your coaches, to understand that we never ever should feel bad about offering advice or suggestions or guidance in ways that are going to ultimately bring our coaches to a place of higher potential. So that's something that I am working on, is to just be the person that and the mentor that can guide you through all of the things that I've been through, because I started from square one just like you guys. I somehow have made my way through resiliency and growth and obstacles and feeling shitty and overcoming it to a place where I feel pretty good about the foundation that's been built. And it's my wish now to really help you guys build your own businesses and accomplish your own goals. So this is sort of where it's stemming from, is sometimes if I'm being completely honest, I get a little nervous, I get a little scared about giving you the tools that you really, really need to be successful in this business. And those are my insecurities that I'm working through. So I want to start by telling you that I want to go through 10 things that we can work on together to get us to a place where we can have a mentorship that is going to be the most successful, so that we can have them create the most value together and, again, reach those goals. So number one is, for everyone, we all need to get really clear on our goals. And this is something that we have done. We did an activity not too long ago on our team page where we talked about our goals and our why. I think that was a few weeks back, but if everyone could just take some time and go back through those goals that they put in and just make sure that they're still the same, I would appreciate it. I think that would be a great start for everyone. But it's important that we are all so clear on our goals, because the way that I'm going to be able to best guide you to your goals is if we both know what your goals are. So first and foremost, we have to get a clear idea of what our goals are. Now, whether that be an income goal for you, or you want to get this off the ground because you want to achieve a rank, in my mind, it's the rank, it's the income, it's the passion, whatever that goal looks like, helping your coaches reach a certain goal, helping to contribute to a certain amount of people that you want to help every month. Whatever those goals are, get crystal clear on them and write them down. So that's number one. Number two is we together have to communicate about why you want those goals. So it's cool that you want to be a diamond coach, but why? Like, what is that going to do for you in your life? Why is that going to be the jumping off point for you? What are you hoping to feel when you get to that goal? Because I like I said, I've been there. I know what it feels like to become a diamond coach. Whether or not that's going to align with what you're hoping it is or not, that's something that we can talk through together, so that I can make sure that when you get to that goal, I can help guide you. Is that the goal you want, really? Or should we go a different way with it? Or what's the next steps? Because we never want to just we're focusing on a goal, but we want to move you past that goal too. So just being crystal clear on the why, and then that vision behind what accomplishing that goal is going to look like is going to help me also keep you going, or help your coach help you keep you going. So when times get hard, like they always do, you know that your coach is going to be there to remind you that this is what you're working for, right? Like we all have to have that solid why to remind us when, no one's responding to our messages and we feel defeated, why we're doing this in the first place, right? And another thing I want to touch on with that is I wrote down there are no wrong answers. I think for a long time, my why was pretty simple. I wanted to be home with my kid and I didn't want to go back to my shitty job. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be like some crazy, like, oh my gosh, I want to help all the people. Like, of course we want to help all the people, but like, what is your goal? What do you really want and why? That's fine. It's fine no matter what it is, because it's yours and it's your reason. Number 3 is we have to be real and transparent with each other about our struggles, those things that are holding us back. So those things that you feel like are standing in your way when you're going through the actions of these business, your vital behaviors, what obstacles are you overcoming? We have to be real and transparent about what our weaknesses are. What are your weaknesses in this business? It's okay that you have them, but I can help you grow through them. Suggest personal development for you. We can talk through them. I can dive into learning more about those things too, because again, like I said, I want to help you, but I can't help you unless I know what your struggles, your obstacles, your weaknesses are. And then what are your strengths? What are my strengths? What are our strengths as a team? Because it's knowing that these strengths that we have and sharing them with the group that we can make it to be a place where we're all functioning at our optimum potential as a team. We have so much to contribute. Carly's great at social media and sharing her story, and Nikki is freaking awesome at her photography, and I'm just like naming things off on a whim, guys. And Katie's awesome at sharing all of her clips of personal development and inspiring. Like, we all have these different pieces that make us, right? We can contribute. Ashley is awesome at organization. It turns out after I talked to her this morning, I'm like, can you give me some of your organization, please? But those things are all things where we need to be clear about it, not only for ourselves, but communicate it to our group, offer our support and guidance. Sarah is freaking awesome at encouraging and motivating. And if we all come together and can really build off of each other's strengths, then we're going to have a really solid foundation, and your coach will also know where to guide you so that you can take advantages of your strengths to build the business that you want to build, that you're passionate about. Because Beachbody is a platform. It doesn't have to be all Beachbody all the time. It has to be you and your business and your strengths and what you enjoy and your passions. And that's why it's so important that you communicate with your coach so they can help guide you in the direction that's going to be the most fulfilling for you. Where you need extra support, where do you need extra support, where can you contribute to our team growth and help others? So I think we covered that. That was number 3. Number 4 is to show up. You have to show up if you have goals and you're here on this call, so you probably have goals and you have a reason why you want to achieve those goals. We have to commit to doing the basics, because we can do the one-on-one calls, we can do the mentorship, we can go through the trainings, but if you're not committed to doing the very basic vital behaviors, there's not much that we as coaches, your coach, or whether that be me or whoever else your coach is on this team, there's not much we can do for you. At the very root of it all, it has to be that you're committing to showing up to our team calls, you're committed to doing the vital behaviors, which is growing yourself, doing your workout, recognizing people for their successes and achievements, and just being a part of and inviting people to be a part of this journey with you. So number 4 is you have to show up and do the vital behaviors, so that above that we can figure out and tweak what things need to be done differently. But no one can do those things for you. Number 5, Holy shit, my dog is freaking crazy right now. Number 5 is one-on-one calls. So every week I have a handful of people that schedule one-on-one calls. I have to tell you guys, I am going to take full responsibility for not being, I missed my call with Carly today. And let me just say this, I feel awful about it. I think that what's been going on is that a lot of, and I'm taking a lot of responsibility, let me just say, because I haven't really we haven't chatted about structure, but as the team is growing, I just can't keep up unless it's systemized. So the Acuity calendar scheduler has to be a thing. Like, we have to use that for the sake of helping keeping everything in line and organized. And I want to give you the attention that you deserve, and I want to be there for you. But this is a tool to help keep us all on track. So if I know, and like I said, I've been doing a lot of, hey, you want to do a one-on-one call this week? What should we do? When? And that's totally my fault too. But when I post the link every Monday, it's going to have to be your job, unless we've picked a time that we're doing weekly, which I know we do. It's going to have to be your job to pick a time and stick with it and schedule it in the calendar. And if it changes, guys, I don't mean to sound like I'm not going to sound like a bitch here, but so I don't know if there are kids, but please let me know. I mean, I built this business because I want to be with my family and I want the freedom, and I'm trying not to, I'm so emotional right now. I don't know what, it's the moon and the period, they coincide. But I built my time, my business to be with my family. And it really hurts me because I invest so much of my heart into this business when things aren't working out and calls are canceled. And like I said, I haven't been the best at this either, but as a team, we have to be more loyal to our word and respect each other's time. So alongside that, with the one-on-one calls, I'm going to start doing an accountability form every week. So when you sign up, you'll fill out the form and you'll send it in to me. And when we have our call, I'm going to keep it at 20 minutes so that we can stay focused on our call, because we're having a call for a reason, because you care and you want to stay focused on your goals. If you want to have a personal call and chat, totally cool. We'll do that another time. But these one-on-one calls are for business purposes. So we're going to get to it. We're going to talk about your accountability form, and we're going to talk about any particular struggles that you might have. And then we'll talk through a call to action for the next week. And it's your job to do the call to action so that we can schedule the call for the next week. It's just, unfortunately, I feel like we're spending a lot of time talking about the same things. And this isn't just I'm trying to be guys, let's do this. This is for us to all be successful. Because I know for me, if someone was like, okay, Kelly, if Dana said to me, next week, invite 10 people and post on social media a minimum of 5 times, or we're not going to have our next call, I'd be like, okay, shit, I'm going to do this. So it's accountability. This is what we do. We help our challengers we help our challengers stay accountable. And this is what I'm going to do for us, for the team, so that we can stay on track with our goals and be really organized with the one-on-one call time. I feel like that was a lot about one-on-ones, but I'll make another post about it if you guys have any questions about that. So number 6 was the expectations of the relationship. And again, the mentorship is a big thing with the one-on-one calls, but just knowing that the expectations are that we respect each other and our time. And, if you want your coach's help, then take what they're saying to heart, because they've been there. And that's honestly how I feel. I feel like I've been through a lot, and I have your best interest at heart, and I'm telling you what's worked for me. But like I said, it's your job to put that into motion and into action, and then show up the next week on the one-on-one call, or at our meetings, or at these team calls with questions and not necessarily ideas, but questions, or saying that you've accomplished these tasks and here's where you are now. And just being, like I said, transparent and real and raw about where you are, and figuring out together where we can go from there. But just showing up, and the expectation, I guess, circling back to what number 6 really is just being a team player and showing up and doing all of those things that, taking the action steps towards reaching the goals, if that is what you have in mind for yourself. Number 7 is to take ownership and be resilient. Resiliency is a thing that we you know, we have to learn. It's a learned skill, but your struggles are going to happen. But what you have to make sure that you can do, we can all do, is instead of saying, you know, I'm really struggling here, or I'm letting my fear really stop me here, we can say, okay, this is my struggle. What are we going to do about it? You know, and that's that resiliency and ownership mindset. It's not, you know, no one wants to buy a challenge pack from me, or I can't post on social media because I'm afraid. Like, those are excuses, but we have the power to think through, okay, that's how I'm feeling right now, but what can I do differently in the future? What can I learn? Where can I grow so that that's not something that I have to circle back with, right? So number 8 is, for you guys, it's not really a thing. So number 8, literally I wrote number 8, my heart. My heart is that I want more than anything to help you guys. And I want you to know that, like I said, I have your best interest in mind always. This business has been a big transformation for me mentally and physically. And it's something, like I said, that moral compass for me is really what led me to want to have this call, because I want to be confident in the fact that you guys want my help and you're taking what I'm saying and putting it into action, and that I want to know that I feel like I'm not wasting my time, and that you guys trust and believe in me. And I want to throw myself out there for you guys because you deserve it. So I've been feeling, if I'm being honest, a little bit like a scatterbrain, like I said, with all of the scheduling things. And I think that would really help the whole team to just be a little bit more scheduled out with the acuity and the expectations as a whole. So that is number 8, my heart. Number 9 is to do sorry, I'm blanking on the word, a personality test. I think we all need to commit to doing the color-coded test if we haven't done it yet. I'm going to read the guidebook that comes alongside it, and I think that's going to really help to figure out where, because we're all motivated in different ways. Raise your hand if you respond well to tough love. I'm just curious. Tough love, yes or no? Okay, I can't see Carly, but everyone's pretty much saying yes, I guess. Nikki, are you saying no? I couldn't. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I know everyone's motivated in different ways and responds differently to different types of talk. So I think, you know, it's something that I've had on my radar to read this book about the color codes for a super long time. If you guys are coaches and have coaches in your downline too, and you want to read it with me, I think that would be super cool. We could all read it together, but we could all take the test. It's online, and then I posted this link before, and I think one person responded, so that sucked. If everyone could take it and just let me know what color they are, and then I can read the book, and we can work together to figure out how you're the most, of course, you are. Me too. How we can work together to create the best relationship. Then number 10 is an idea that I have too for us to work together, and I titled this call "To Make the Best of Your Mentorship and of our Team." So number 10 is success partners and pods of people that work the same way, or people that have the same goals. So if I think, you know, this is something that, to be honest, I don't know why. I worked really closely with my success partner for a long time. It's a success partner is just someone that you work closely with in the business. It's kind of has a similar mindset to you. You share some similarities as far as like your life or your schedule or the way you do things. It doesn't have to be like someone right here on this call with us. It could be someone in our giant Team Drop the Cookie page. But having someone that you're working closely with, I think it would be cool if the person were in this call, because again, working together is always awesome. But just having that person, that support system too, you know, it's my job as your coach to help you develop into the best leader that you can possibly be. And I don't want to feel bad about that. And I don't want to feel bad about sending you off into these pods or like sending you off with a success partner, because ultimately that's creating more leadership on our team. And that, like, you guys are working together and creating new systems and creating groups. And that's something to be feeling really cool about. So I think working together would be so awesome, because it's going to help you guys develop and some leadership skills and try new things and bounce ideas off of each other. And it's really just kept me going when I felt like I had all this excitement and momentum about my business and Beachbody, and maybe Dana wasn't around and wanting to talk about all of the things that I was so excited about. So it's definitely a way to stay dialed in and to create new systems and try out new things together. The other idea I had was just to create a pod of people that maybe want to do a group chat. And we've done this a couple times in the past, but people that have similar goals, we can all get into, sorry, I was reading the notes. If we could get into pods, if we're all pushing towards similar goals, then that's a great thing too. But the first thing obviously was we have to circle back to number one and get really comfortable with what our goals are and why those goals are, so that we can pair up together and work towards the goals together that we've shared. So that's it. That's all I have for you. Those are my 10. I just want to end with saying I really want you guys to know that I'm taking my job as your leader really seriously, and I want to help you develop into the best person and the best coach that you can possibly be. And I would love your support and trust and belief, and I hope that this was helpful to you as we move forward together. If you have any questions, let me know right now. That was a lot. Or thoughts. Questions or thoughts are good too. Sarah Mack always has questions, but she's working out.
No, thank you. Sorry. No, I also want to say I'd love to learn. I know you just mentioned at the beginning of the call that Vanessa's doing Instagram. I'd love to learn more about it. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. But I also just wanted to say to you, Kelly, thank you so much. Because for me, anyways, I feel like you're an amazing leader. I know I can always message you with like my crazy questions. And then of course my teammate Kate, I can always message her with my random Canadian price questions. And it's so nice to know that you're always there. And I really appreciate everything that you've done for me anyways so far.
Thanks, Sarah. That really means a lot to me. I really, thanks, Kate. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that I've been like a shitty leader, but I just want you to know that I'm ready to step up and to have the hard conversations that make me uncomfortable, and to really be that person that's going to help hold you accountable and to give you that push if that's what you need, because I think I've been tiptoeing a teeny bit, and I think I can be a better support system, and all in all.
I am going to chime in here too. I like that you put this into bullet points, because that, again, is a little bit more organized and easier to follow, I'm sure, for many of us. And it just kind of comes back to the original thought that, when you're trying to attract people to your business as well, you're going to attract people that are doing the same things as you. So if you're, as a leader, not doing these vital behaviors and not holding your coaches responsible, you're not holding your customers responsible to any and all of these things, then you're not going to get the results that you want within your business or within your own goals. So just kind of getting clear in the very, very basics of what it is that you want, and then work with your coach closely so that you can figure out how to do that. Because if you don't know how to do that yet, then that's what you need to work on with your coach. So great call, Kelly.
Thank you. And I love that point. I think, that's why I wanted to start with point number 1 and 2, goals and why, because, if you aren't crystal clear on your goals and why you're doing it, we can't work together to create that roadmap for you. So the roadmap that you're going to build with your coach and those tasks that are going to get you along the way through the road and to your goals, that's where it all starts. So first is that, like Katie said, being real about it and showing up and understanding that the time you put in is creating the business that you're building for yourself, and then communicating with your coach so that they can ultimately lead you to those goals to the best of their ability is gonna be the best for all of us. Does anyone hate me now?
No way. You're doing a great job. I mean, tough love, I don't even feel like I've been missing it, but you're always there anyways, and you're always a great inspiration. You're great with leading by example, so don't beat yourself up at all.
I'm not beating myself up. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm great at leading by example, but I want to be, I think that's my strength. I want to be more than that, I want to be that mentor too. So anyways, that's it. I think I'm excited, and I'm going to post the mentorship form for our one-on-one calls. And then I guess just a little bit more info, because I feel like that is the main thing, or not the main, but one of the big things that I want to change for all of us is just holding us a little bit more accountable on those calls and the action tasks. And again, keeping it to the 20 minutes and keeping them more business. Not to say I don't want to be your friends anymore, obviously, but let's do the friendship thing outside of the business calls, so we can get things done. But anyway, okay, I think we did good with our time, so I'm going to cut us off so we don't lose the connection for once, unless anyone has any more questions, because we have 5 minutes left. No. Okay. Katie, you look like you have a question, but I can't be sure.
Did you see Brandy's comment?
No.
So she needs a badass motivation personal development book. So maybe work with her.
Did you read anything? What are you reading right now? 10X is my first thought. If you've already read You Are a Badass.
Yes, I've read You're a Badass, and I read The Compound Effect. So what would be next? What would be your next recommendation?
Do you really like the tough love kind of feel?
Yeah, I need something that's just going to kick me in the butt.
10X all the way. The 10X rule.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm finishing up with that one now, and it
made me want to
hammers in.
Yeah, 4 a.m. every morning.
Yeah. I think I've kind of fallen off into more of my meditation books over the past month or so, which are wonderful, but not really, giving me the motivation that I need. It's more like, let's just sit back and relax. And
yeah. No, I can totally relate to that. And I just want to say, I think it's awesome that you're in tune to that, because that's so critical that you can take that moment to reflect and figure out what you need, and if your personal development's actually doing it for you or not. I'm sort of in the same boat. I took some time and did some meditation ones, and then I just ordered the 12 week year, which is more let's get to it. Yeah. But the 10X rule was that's one of my favorite ones for a kick in the ass for sure.
Awesome. I'll get that one. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anything else? All right, guys. Well, thanks for hopping on. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll post that thing about the mentorship, and I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great night.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.